Hello again, kirbyone here. You're here for your daily dose of dominions. Turn 25, getting it right this time. This is a pretty big turn, so we're going to jump right in. Got a message from Airmore. I told him 2 turns ago, because, turn delay. Either he can join with me, or he can devour my lands, because I expect to be dead and partitioned off. And so he sends this ominous, not so sure what to deal with message. This is Yomi saying he's going to help me out for real, and he has been doing just that. We'll watch his battle first. He's just kind of mopping up some these indies that were in Niflheim's land. And this is Hinnom continuing to be unopposed, and this is not my capital, so Helheim attacks the place that I moved my troops into, so we will watch that. Yeah, this is terrifying to fight with like a third of my army, because I really have only like a third of them. Alright, I put up Light of the Northern Star. I don't really have a whole lot of guys. Oh yeah, and I had to do 2 of them for communion, so they're already fatigued out and they're probably going to die. See, the problem is paralyze spam, which is what I was doing, paralyze and paralyze, is that paralyze spam is really good against like Thug and SC builds. It is not really good against actual armies. Even the Mind Burn spam is not really good against that. Okay, so here's the deal. He has quickness and 2 attacks, and he can fit 2 in a square. So that's 8 attacks a turn coming from a square. That's really hard to deal with. And he has defense skill 22, reinvigoration, so he's not going to get fatigued out really easily, and glamour. So he is really hard to pin down. I have 2 attacks from 2 per square, so that's 4 attacks coming from a square. I have no protection to speak of, but each of the attacks against me are coming in at half damage, and I have regeneration, and I have awe. But he has 15 morale, so that's going to be tough to beat, or not tough for him to beat. So he is pretty much tearing through my sacreds. Oh, and these guys don't even have 2 attacks per square, and then an ogre feels like filling in the hole. Even these guys are pretty hard to deal with. They have not quickness, but they still have 6 attacks per square, glamour, and defense of 17. They're very hard to hit. So I need something to get the defense down, and I don't think there's really anything to deal with glamour. Yeah, and earth elementals are the lesser elementals are not big enough to trample these guys. So basically everything that I did was just terrible and useless and did not work at all. So I die, and I lose all of that force. Pretty much. Yep, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. And some of my mages escape. And I did bump the PD up here too, so. And I killed 2 militias and a Furbow Slinger, the non-stealthy guys. That helps me not in the slightest. Like, that makes it worse for me, even. Okay, and this is the fortress, the Grey Barrier Fortress, where I have everybody patrolling. So he moves everyone back, plus the swordsman mercenaries that he has. And I put up Light of the Northern Star. And I don't need a communion to do it, and I have a lot more guys and paralyze spam is going to work much better against giants, especially once I take care of these guys. So let's see how it goes. There's one Jarl down for 26 turns. Good luck to him. 32 turns for a giant. There's another giant gone. The elephants, they do get brutalized because they only have protection 11, so that's not super good. There's another Jarl down, and all of his bodyguards are just going to wait for him to move, and he's never going to move. And there's the third one. So all of his Jarls are now paralyzed for at least 43 turns and 23 turns. And I have an army. He's dead. Oh, and this is not in cold dominion. This is in heat dominion. His protection is 9. So he is going to have a rough time of it. Trampling elephants will trample frost giants. And now I'm into it. Yeah, I win very, very decisively and kill all of his guys. And I lose 7. I lose 7 units, 2 of which are elephants. The elephants are probably the most expensive things, and they cost nature gems for me. And they take a mage turn to summon, so that was pretty. Well, I'm not gonna say that was pretty rough. This is a deal. This is a steal. I just wiped out half of his army in a huge turnaround. So that redefines my situation slightly. I can fight Niflheim, and yet also Tianqi is doing that for me while also cutting off my ability to fight him. But I did tell him what lands I want, and so I'm going to take those back immediately. These guys are moving here with some sacreds, and my prophet is moving there with some sacreds, the elephants, and a bunch of chaff here. This has 15 PD. He might put more in it, but I don't think so. I think he knows that he has lost all of that. Tianqi moved here from here. Tianqi used to have this province, so all of his frost giants and probably pretender moved there. I think, maybe, but I can't see there. And also his pretender is still stealthy, so I don't actually know. Now he has moved a lot of guys in here. I don't think I've seen his bless. I saw his bless when he tried to take the throne. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, but you can go back and watch the video, or we'll just see it in action over the course of me watching his fighting, because I'm going to leave my scouts in here and see what is moving around in case Tianqi starts losing again and I have to reposition. But in the meantime, I still don't have a counter that I can think of to Helheim's units, not right now, to Helheim's Death Ball. Hinnom, I might be able to do the same thing against. Might. And this is a lot more monkeys, so what I'm doing is I'm teleporting my pretender there. Now, I don't know if he's going to attack there. He might either try and take that, or he might go for the path of least resistance and just take all of my provinces. We will see. It's really unfortunate that this throne is just sitting there this whole time. But on the plus side, this one and this one, because this is Springhawks, so yeah, nobody's going for that anytime soon. But these two thrones do kind of bottleneck Hinnom's ability to move. Plus these two forts are also doing that. So he really just has to kind of like go this way. Okay, so my retreat had a mage and Guyaka retreat here, unfortunately, and a guru retreat here. There is no escape from here, so I'm just going to move them there and then retreat and hope that they run back either to my capital, ideally, or to any of these provinces. Definitely not this one, because then they're just stuck here again. I'm also sneaking out with all of the monkeys that I have, which is not many. But this is enough to actually sneak by like province defense. You remember my monkeys got caught here? That was because there were like 40 of them, and if you have like one patrolling unit, he's going to see all of them and attack them. I'm going to pick up these monkeys, and I'm recruiting. No, I'm not recruiting more. And he's going to sneak back here. My income has tanked, and as long as they keep taking my provinces, it's going to get way worse. And all of my gem income as well. They're just taking that, and I can't do anything about it. So this is really terrible, because all of the units that I have that I've recruited with this is great. I just won a major battle, but I also have a major deficit because I didn't actually lose a lot of units. So all these units that are here and not dead from the battle are costing me money. Literally half of my income is going to pay for what units I already have right now. So it's great that I actually have an army, but they're, like over here, and I'm being invaded from over here, and I'm not getting any new income. So I'm going to put some people in here to hold up the walls. I'm also going to put some more people in here to hold up the walls, but slowly but surely my income is decreasing and my expenses are increasing, and there is no good way to fix that other than to start winning again. And mercenaries are not going to help me. They're out. I could get some archers, but whoop-de-doo. I think my research is just back to Conjuration 5. I'm starting to think that I see the value of alteration. I don't know if that's at this point yet or not, but Conjuration 5 is very important, is vitally important, because it gets me these guys, Gandharvas. You don't know yet how valuable they are. I haven't actually shown you any, but these are the backbone of my Kailasa strategies and have become very, very important as time has worn on, and are very, very strong and powerful, and I love them. That's going to have to do it for right now. And this was a pretty roly-poly turn, but we'll see if I can snatch myself from the jaws of victory. Oh, sorry, jaws of defeat. I send a brag message. I should not send a whole lot of brag messages. That just paints me as a target, but I couldn't help it. I was really happy with that crushing defeat. And sometimes a brag message can be like, hey, I'm not as dead as you think I am. I am actually stronger. And also kind of push players who are getting their asses beat to decide to leave as well. Or maybe you just piss them off and they want to take you on again some more. We'll see. I don't really have a whole lot of talking with Niflheim in this game, but that's alright. Enough talk. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.